So life is all about choices. Sometimes you make really good choices, sometimes you make really bad choices. I think in this case, for me, it's a really good choice, but if you ask my wife, probably a really bad one. Closing in on 50 years old, this is probably not something that most 48-year-old men are out purchasing, but after years and years and years of waiting and planning and negotiating and begging and pleading, I finally convinced my wife to let me buy a new toy. And she let me buy the biggest, baddest toy that I could find within our budget. And we found and purchased the Hulk. Go on, drink it all in. I'll wait. Yeah, I found this on wasn't Craigslist. I found this on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't even have Facebook, so I had to rely on my son. We'd been looking for one. I was texting him different contact information. He would text the people, they would text me back. This guy replied back, said it's still available, and he was in Ohio, and we're in central Indiana. So we packed up, headed for Ohio. Trailer is hooked up to the truck, and me and Glenn going on a road trip. 100 miles, Hamilton, Ohio.
Find it here, there it is.
Find it here, we're going to find it.
It's right here.
Here we go, here we go. Where are we going now?
Stoplight, you're gonna go left.
Middle of nowhere, there's an amusement park with a roller coaster. No, but it's a pretty nice amusement park for the middle of nowhere.
There's a little train track right here too with a little bridge.
Yeah. Just had the weirdest stop at a gas station. The first one we stopped at, we got gas, and they didn't have an open bathroom because I had to go, and went to a second gas station. Walked in, they said, yeah, it's out back. So I went around the corner, and it was literally a porta potty. So then I came back, and there's a one-seater golf cart with what I can only describe as Santa Claus, who needed assistance because he couldn't read any of the letters on the...
He said he never used these gas pumps before.
Never used those type of gas pumps before, only the manual ones, the old ones. So had to help him, but he's getting gas.
I'm sure he's getting 2 gallons in that thing.
Yeah, his
one-seater golf cart.
Gas cans that were in the back of his one-seater golf cart looked electric too. Like a little B thing, but yeah, so interesting Ohio trip so far.
Love it, gotta love it.
Gotta love it. So when we got to this fella's house, he had it sitting outside waiting. I started it up, rode it around the yard a little bit, seemed to run okay. I loaded it up, handed him the cash, and we took off for home. I've never owned a 4-stroke dirt bike before, even though we have 4-stroke four-wheelers. I've always been a 2-stroke guy. I am a true fan of the Kawasaki motorcycles. I don't know if it is the color, I don't know if it's the name, I don't know what it is, but I love Kawasaki dirt bikes. So we looked this over a little bit while we were purchasing it and talking to the man, but I know a little bit of what to look for, but to be honest, I've only ridden this 1 or 2 times just here around the property, and it's just burped. It has just been too hot to don all that gear and ride this thing, we would just be miserable. I have not cleaned this bike. I have not went over this bike. I haven't done anything. I think the only thing I might have done was adjust the idle down just a little bit, and that was just a little bit ago. Other than that, I really haven't even looked it over. I don't know if it's any good. I don't know if the chain's worn. I don't know if the sprockets are bad. The only thing I do know is the front fork leaks a little bit on the left side, but I'm not too worried about that. I just like to ride, so I don't even know what else I was gonna say.
Right.
So let's take a look at this. If you guys see anything that you know is not right or needs fixed, please let me know. I just plan on getting on it and riding it. But if there's something major that stands out to somebody, please let me know. So it does have Pro Taper bars. This is a 2004 model, so it don't have electric start. It's got the old Kickstarter, which is fine. That's what I'm used to. Compression release. Don't know how handy that is, since I've never owned a 4-stroke before for a dirt bike, but we'll find out. This is the fork that is leaking a little bit. It says it leaks from right around in here. It doesn't do it all the time though, so I'm not super concerned about it unless it's completely out or pulling. Tires are in excellent shape. Brakes seem to be good, I guess. Still got the radiator shrouds, protectors on it. No major damage over here. Might be leaking a little something right there. Sprocket looks a little worn, not too bad. Back tire's in good shape. Chain looks good. Rollers, nice pegs. I don't know if those are factory or not. It did come with a complete original set of plastics on it as well. So we have fender, side plates, side, whatever you want to call those, shrouds, and a front fender, all in the barn that came with it. This side is pretty much the same. No real damage anywhere. A little bit of wear, not too much for a 2004. Get the Hulk name on the side of it over here. Do have a little damage on the pipe, but it sticks out quite a bit there, so that's reasonable. Swing arm bushings all seem to be good. Everything works as it should as far as I know. It is fast, real fast. So what do you say we put on some gear and take it for a rip around the yard? Yeah. See if we can piss off some neighbors.
Sheesh. What the hell?
It is so hot. Really hot. Whew, boy, it is hot out here. Probably 80 something, high humidity. It is hot in those boots and in that helmet. But there is one other thing that I wanted to show you that we did, but for our little nephew Logan, who's coming up on that getting ready to ride age of 2. So we've been looking for a little PW50 for him so we can get it now. Anything we need to do to it, we can get ready. So anybody have a PW50 for sale close to the Indiana area or willing to meet, give me a shout. We'll talk some numbers. In preparation for him riding, we had this big dirt hill here behind the pool, and I've talked about it on other videos before, But what we did, me and the little guy got in the tractor and we narrowed it a little bit and made it kind of like a camel jump, like a double jump. It's a little bit lower, less grade getting up so that he can get up onto it, possibly with a little dirt bike. And he's got his little strider that we bought him that he's learning his balance on. Okay. You can see we took a lot of the hump out of the middle. It's a little bump right here, and then a little bump right there, and then the top right there. And as you can see, we could jump it with the dirt bike or the four-wheeler off this side for the grown-ups. But that gives a much better transition for him to be able to learn how to take hills, work throttle and brakes. I think it'll be good. The other cool thing about that KX450 is somehow the person I bought it from managed to get it titled as a street legal motorcycle. So I'm assuming that if I put lights on it, I could ride it out on the road. Not sure I want to do that, or how Indiana will handle that once I go in and switch the title over, which I've probably had that for a couple of months now and been working. Haven't had a chance to get to the license branch, but I will. We'll see what they have to say, see if it's actually going to be able to be licensed or titled as street legal. And I might just ride the thing to work. You never know. But for now, the pool is looking awfully nice. It's awfully hot. Time to go swimming.